Yeah. Every week we coming live with it. Number one show, yeah, you know we top 5 with it. Shout out to the host, Miss Lex Alexander. If you have a hot topic, you should ask her to cover it. Audience loving it. Clap, clap, bravo to the show that keeps you company. From politics to entertainment, relationships, spiritual awakening. Yeah, we cover it all. Food for thought for my sisters and brothers involved. From that 318 to 225 for real. 504 to 985, you feel? Yeah, we the best out. Conversation debating on what's next now. Miss Lex Alexander all across the globe. You are now tuned in to the CountOur Talk show. We are now live from that CountOur Talk.
You are tuned in to that CountOur Talk.
We are now live from that CountOur Talk.
You are tuned in to that CountOur Talk.
We are now live from that CountOur Talk.
You are tuned in to that CountOur Talk.
We are now live from that CountOur Talk.
You are tuned in to that CountOur.
What's good, y'all? This your girl Lit coming at you on the second episode of CountOur Talk podcast, where we talk about spiritual journey shit, real shit, and just the funny random shit that be happening. So, shout out to y'all. Today I'm thinking the topic is gonna go into being about calling your energy back. Does blocking people work? Setting boundaries with people. The funniest shit I've heard as of late. And yeah, that's how we go sum that shit up. Alright, so as far as like the calling your energy back shit, that shit is real, okay? You'll be feeling all type of shit. You literally picking up on other people's shit. You'll be doing good. You in a good flow. Vibes high. And then here comes a motherfucker with their negativity, with their depression, with whatever it is that they may be going through. And I'm not knocking folks for having their battles, because that's a real thing. Like, everybody got shit that they deal with. But those who are like literally all they do is trauma bond, or they try to come and dump shit on you, or they want to invite you to pity parties, I don't really take kind of that type of shit. That shit is aggravating. I only say that because you doing good and all of a sudden you thinking shit not okay. It's because you picking up on another motherfucker energy. Energy not like, that shit is not nothing watered down. That shit is real. We real life moving energy. Real talk. We have energetic fields. We have the ability to pick up on others' energy within that energetic field. So when it comes down to it, when you are to the point you trying to just really be at peace, you have to call all your energy back to you. All the people you just gave your shit out to freely, you have to call that shit back to you. You have to protect your motherfucking energy. That is a real thing. When I was really, really, really calling my energy back, and I like really meant it, or I call my energy back from like specific people or situations or whatever, you automatically go feel like this sense of empowerment because you decided to take like that stand and taking your energy back. And then you turn around and it's kind of like, damn, time done passed by. I thought I caught my energy back on this situation. You think that shit popping up because you haven't gotten over it? No, that's not what it is. You are, in fact, processing this shit. So just like when you taking a shit, oh, what is this smell? It's that shit that you having to process. So sometimes you'll think like, oh, well, maybe this person is still meant to be in my life. No, fuck it. Sometimes making excuses for people, it does you no type of service. Like, it does you no service. Calling your energy back means you're not allowing anyone to just misuse and abuse your energy, misuse and abuse the fact that they know you're willing to come for them anytime you're called upon. That's a luxury, to have people around that come when you ask of them. That is a fucking luxury. So when people misuse and abuse it, or they don't see the beauty within it, that should be very fucking telling. It's like, okay, so you one of them energy vampire motherfuckers. You one of them people that you just really gotta... Excuse me, let me plug this shit up. But yeah, you really gotta protect your energy around people sucking the life out of you. All of this shit, that shit is real. My most real experience with the energy shit, once I got to a certain point of peace and feeling that inner zen and shit, I spoke with someone I hadn't spoken to in a good minute, right? Good minute. We spoke to one another, and the length of the conversation, there was nothing but negativity constantly being spewed. Like, nothing but just negative shit. Like, nothing. It would be some positive, uplifting shit being said on my end. But outside of that, it was just kind of like, God damn. After that conversation, I was very fucking tired. And then the next day, I woke up feeling... I was sick. That shit blew my mind because I couldn't think of anything else that had gotten me like that. I took my ass online and I searched, could people's negative energy make you sick? Like, could it affect you? That shit is a real thing, believe it or not. Like, people with negative energy, people who think negatively, their mind is literally wired that way. So even if you are a positive person, even if you are speaking positivity to them, they may not be receiving this shit like that. They're wired to automatically think of the bad. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be like well-rounded and not consider that shit could happen, but if somebody give you a solution and your response is another problem or another way some shit could just really go wrong, you a fucked up person. You're negative. You got a negative way of thinking. Like, you gotta rewire all this shit. The only way they can help themselves is if they help themselves. Like, they have to feed themselves positivity. They have to undo all the shit that they've done to themselves or that their environment has done to them. So, yeah, stay woke. Negative energy creates disease. People can be nice as fuck, but they really think negatively, or they are just negative people. And then you got some people, they positive as fuck. They may come off as being evil, but guess what? They be making shit happen. They happy, really. So I don't never just think like, because this person is nice, that automatically means they're a good person, or that automatically means that they're a positive person, because I've seen all type of shit. And that's like one of the main things. Like, I'm very sensitive to negativity now, negative people. Like, it's just so much of this shit you can even just like even have around or hear, or just, you know what I'm saying? You want to keep that shit limited, because that shit don't have nothing to do with you. And that's how it works its way into your subconscious, if you allow it to. But if you alert and you aware, like, oh, I don't play that, then yeah, you saving yourself some good. Positive thinking creates positive neurons within the brain. That's making your shit strong. It's feeding your shit. And then negative thinking does the exact opposite. So I imagine motherfuckers is like negative as fuck all the time. Their environment is negative. They have nothing positive to make them think that life is worth living. They just in this survival mode, negative ass state. Or they try to find like material shit to hide. Like, no, go within, motherfucker. You need to go within and feel all that negativity so you can feel what to make right. Really? So, yeah, calling your motherfucking energy back is so important. You can't be letting, like, if you a positive person, you that person always come through for everybody. You that person always got encouraging words. You gotta say that shit and then release people with love. You release they problems and they issues with love. That shit don't be having anything to do with you, really. People come tell you about all the fucked up shit that they feeling, they going through, and they thinking. You get them positive words and uplift them, and then after you just feeling like, damn, I ain't even getting no type of even exchange out of it. You really be able to look at this shit like that. Like, don't be that fucking person that just gotta listen to everybody's shit. Especially when it's for free. Fuck that. You make motherfuckers pay you for listening to them. Do that. How about them apples? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my next topic. As far as like, does blocking people work? Blocking people, that shit, it depends on what you blocking a person for. I block motherfuckers because, like, I don't want to see your name. I don't want to see no, like, reminder of you. I don't want you getting through to me at all. And you got some, I just genuinely, you just don't even exist. Like, I'm just trying to literally just block you out. I want you to go away. You got some, like, I'm not really mad. I'm just blocking you because I'm being dramatic type shit. But blocking people, that shit work when you allow it to work. Like, when you know, like, hey, I have this ability to block this motherfucker outside my, I don't know, your digital realm, I guess. Block their ass out. Like, they don't deserve access to you, cosmically or digitally. It's something I've done to prove a point before, but I'm not even in no type of shit where I'm just like, I'm blocking somebody. It's just on some on the fly shit. I don't really be blocking people anymore. If I'm doing it, I'm probably gonna unblock you after a while, like when I get over it. But permanently blocking people, you really want that motherfucker just out of sight, out of mind. I know people do it sometimes for attention. It could be like a tit for tat thing. Like, oh, okay, you go block me. Okay, I'm gonna block you. And, you know, man, you care about each other. Just fucking talk. But certain motherfuckers need to be blocked. It's something, it's what you call it? An amenity that we have now. So, yeah, does blocking people work? Fuck no. As far as them learning they listen, not all the time. Yeah, maybe I went too far with the fuck no. I'm going to say sometimes they learn they listen if you block them. But with certain people, they just feed they crazy. They make them think you care more. Some just take it like, damn, you don't fuck with me. Some don't even have a clue because they ain't even hitting your ass up. So I don't even fucking know they block. Like, they don't even care. But yeah, blocking definitely has its perks when you really like stick to it. I with setting boundaries. Let me say this. setting boundaries with people. Some people don't understand boundaries because they haven't set their own boundaries. Unless it's like they fed up, they pissed off, they mad. You ain't about to play with them. They ain't let motherfuckers cross the line so many times, but the day they not having a good day, the day it's something going on, then, oh, you done took it too far. That's some pussy ass shit. As an adult, grow up and learn how to set your boundaries. Some of the best lessons I've learned from motherfuckers in life was because they set their boundaries. I had no choice but to understand where the fuck they was coming from. And certain people don't, that's not their goal. Their goal is not to understand the other person. Their goal is to get ahead. How can I get me? How can I do me? And I ain't knocking it. That's definitely a variable of human nature. Not knocking it, not negating them from it, none of it. But it's something that how they teach us how to move fucking decimals and all that shit in school. Motherfuckers need to learn how to properly communicate and set boundaries. And I'm not saying you don't learn it within the subject of English, but real life scenarios, real life shit, people don't be knowing how to set their boundaries until like some extreme shit happens for them to learn how to set it. It should just be something that's naturally taught, like, and people should withhold on to it. At awkward ass teenager stage you go through and learning yourself and growing into whoever it is you're becoming, that shit has you understanding your boundaries, but you don't realize it. Me being where I'm at now mentally and consciously, boundaries, oh, that's going to be the first motherfucking thing we can discuss, we can talk about, we can get an understanding about. I prefer peace. Peace is peace. Peace over everything. Like, people who don't know peace, they don't know, like, real love. You feeling nothing but a storm within, chaos within, baby. I have nothing to say. It be like that. For real. Setting boundaries to people, like, you know, a person, when they're doing something, they're working on something, you know that they don't really be on their phone, but you choose to blow their phone up and make it like they're ignoring you on purpose and you don't matter. That shit is about setting boundaries. Like, they gotta be like, hey, I'm working on something. I'll definitely contact you when I'm not working on something. It be that simple. Setting a boundary. You can't just make it like somebody don't care because they just not adhering. Love be trumping all. So sometimes motherfuckers will defy the odds and may spoil you in a certain situation, but they may not be like that with everybody. And that's okay. But just like different territories within the world, as far as like the country, the states, the parishes, the counties, well, the fuck, boundaries are set. You know, when you cross over here, it may be different over here. That same type of respect should be given to people and you understanding people. Everybody not the same. It's just really that simple. But we all have basic understanding. We all have basic needs. And to me, healthy boundaries does the soul good, the body good, the mind good, everything. So that's really, really dope to come to, is like, you know, a conclusion. I don't overstep people's boundaries. I ain't been there the whole time. I don't know what the fuck you done been through, what you choosing to more so heal in private, ain't no telling. Boundaries. Respect that shit. But yeah, I just got the best examples of it dealing with someone who was more so like creative, and when that motherfucker has something to get done, his focus is like on 10. He's getting everything accomplished. He's not being like crippled by like feelings and emotions and all of that. Like, you really have to block certain shit like that out when you're like on a mission and you trying to get something done. Cause feelings be like craters. Like, you'll get lost in this shit if you allow yourself to. You gotta be able to feel it and then let this shit go. So definitely being exposed to that type of energy of where like I have important shit to do, you have to respect it. Or I have some shit I'm working on, you have to respect it. Being back to myself and understanding the intent and the energy that goes into what you're doing. Man, I get this shit. I could never be mad at anybody that's handling their motherfucking business. Like, straight up, you set them motherfucking boundaries. Because, like, if you don't set them, man, you wasting, going back to calling your energy back, you wasting energy and don't even have energy to put into what it is you need to do because you gotta be, oh, this person whining about this person. No, boundaries. You're bound to set a boundary. But yeah, that's how I be. Ain't no bad energy behind what I'm saying at all. This is all clear, real life shit I've seen all these past few years or whatever. So yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and chime into the funniest shit I heard today. Man. Whew. Now, I don't really get too much into like Bible talk and religious debacle. And it's just so funny how all this played out. Cause like, I have been having this like low-key beef with this dude named Jesus. And I'm not talking about the religious Jesus. It was really this dude named Jesus that had been lying, telling people that I gave him a hard time while training when I had to train him. I'm thinking, why you lying on me? And then it's the fact that his name was Jesus that just really just, it was just some real ironic stuff. I'm just thinking like how they be saying people scaring the hoes. Man, he was scaring all the white folks. We are introducing this nigga named Jesus and he tatted and man, they was probably confused. But yeah, after the fact, a couple people like running and telling me like, oh, okay, this is what Jesus beefing with me. Jesus said that I rubbed him the wrong way. I saw Jesus. It be sounding so funny to say, and I'm not like, this ain't no mockery. This is definitely like irony. The Most High know my heart, so whatever. But Jesus go. I saw Jesus. And I wrote up on him. I was like, you know what it is? Why you telling people I rubbed you the wrong way and I handled you like this? Like, what is it giving? Because it was certainly taken. And I was taken by you bumping your lips together talking about I rubbed you the wrong way. Oh, it wasn't like that. Cool. My point is, me and Jesus hashed our little debacle out. But I just thought that was funny. Now, to roll off of it, the funniest shit I heard while out with some people, and I'm like, okay, this woman spoke on the Bible. So we were just talking about some random shit. And I be like that. I roll with people. Like, okay, what we talking about? We got on the subject of, being regular, blah, blah. And I'm speaking on terms of like the restroom, doing number 2. Okay, so she just like, yeah, I just do it once a week. I was like, bitch, what? That sound crazy to me. Like, I would be very fucking cranky once a week. Like, what? And she's like, yeah, it's just normal for me. That's just what it is. Girl, what the fuck? I just couldn't believe what she was telling me. It was funny. It was wild. But then, how this shit got real, real interesting, when she went on to say that, well, yeah, this is how we all started out. She was like, in the Bible, that everything that we had when we ate, we didn't even have to do. I was like, man, what? Now, I'm not knocking what may possibly be in the Bible. I'm not saying it's not a great allegorical reference book, because it definitely is. But as somebody that be regular, and then to hear somebody say they only shit one time, that shit sound crazy to me. So I was like, well, good, your guy probably told y'all it was like that to make this shit sound so good. But baby, I don't think my guy like rolled like that. Like, what? Like, my higher power to not everything excrete waste. So to say it was just so perfect to the point, maybe if we looking at that shit from a conscious standpoint, like consciously it was so good that you didn't even have to shit. Like the food you ate was so pure that you didn't have to shit. What? So all this shit we doing, our bodily functions, is like because of Adam and Eve going against what? That my mind was just like, man, I'm gonna let you, like, I'm gonna hear you out. But what? I wasn't about to just sit there and be like, yeah, I believe it. I completely agree. It was just very interesting to hear somebody else's perspective of this shit. Because it's like, not to say it was being said to justify shitting one time a week, but it's just how crazy this shit sound. Like, how delusional sometimes the shit could come across. But it's not that it's delusion. This is somebody's belief. So I ain't knocking this shit. It just kind of, it threw me for a little bit of a loop at the moment. Like, what? To not shit? I don't know. But, yeah. So we'll see just how it is, like, with meeting more people. And I'm going to definitely ask them the question as far as, like, what are their thoughts with the whole taking the shit. Like, in a perfect world, would we not shit? I see the beauty and the paradise concept behind it, but shitting is natural to me. So, I guess. Okay, hold on. I'm having a moment in the midst of this recording. So it is like people be shitting everywhere. Is that the irony? Us having to shit in our own paradise? And they really made advancements within humanity because they were able to organize shitting instead of people just shitting everywhere like animals. I'm just going to ponder on it. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and slide on out this thing. That's what he said. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. And I'll definitely catch y'all on episode 3. One love.